You guys podcast episode 4 with me, Dylan.
Oh, me, Andrew.
Oh, it's me, Fraz.
I love how both of you stumbled into that. So,
I zoned out, man.
You've already like fallen asleep. That's a good sort of sign for that. It's Pancake Tuesday today.
Yep.
See, that's what it was. That was the pancake. That's stuffed me up.
Yeah, that did.
I'm sleepy now.
He's very sleepy. That's why we tried to not have too many. But it's Pancake
Do you not
Tuesday.
have a coffee as well? Shouldn't have popped you up.
Alright, do you
cancel
just
it.
want to embarrass me to the whole world? Is that you want to call me out, bro? You want to call me
You
out?
actually ate and drank a lot.
And a cup of coffee, thank you.
But basically, it is Pancake Tuesday, so we were going to just go straight into the podcast today, but a union got
Union got together. Yes.
got together and they demanded that they said they wouldn't do the podcast today unless I bought all the supplies and made pancakes for everyone, which were more like crepes.
I didn't say this.
Well, the union said it, and you're a part of the union because the union's you and
Yeah,
Fraz.
I invited you to Union.
Fraz is actually
okay,
the union
cool.
leader.
Oh yeah.
But basically, I made pancakes for everyone crepes really, because I don't really make pancakes. They're a bit too thick. Pancakes, I think. They're not.
I think I
Oh,
prefer
depends.
crepes.
If you
personally.
get good Scottish pancakes, they're good though.
Yeah, well, the wee sort of smaller ones.
Yeah, the small but thick ones.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
quite sweet.
Yeah,
They're good
alright.
I
ones.
don't
Just a
know.
bit dry.
I'll still go with the crepes. Honestly.
Yeah, definitely a crepe, man.
Well,
But
I don't just go
how
with
were they?
fucking
What
France,
was the? Fraz was actually writing down as I was making them, so it got me pretty nervous. But
I have nothing to do with that. that's one thing I don't like about working in the catering industry. As soon as you work in the catering, it goes, oh, he works in the kitchen. Everyone's like, oh, what's your opinion? You're like, I'm chilled.
he was actually writing, he was writing on a notepad as I was doing it. So I was like, oh god, it's like the hygiene test. It's like HE or something in school. Which brings me to the topic of the day.
The thing that I do need to say, I didn't see you labelling anything, so I didn't know when you made
Yeah.
stuff. So
Well,
Where's your
that's
3-day
right.
labels?
yeah, you need your labels.
And none of this, once that 3 days up, just relabel it. You can't do that.
No, you can't do that.
Can't
Well,
do
I
that.
ate them that in that moment.
Yeah, but you didn't actually label like
did
cling film
label
them.
them?
I didn't see them in separate tubs with clear labels of what they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of dates of when you done it and when they're gonna get expired and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Well, I don't miss those days of having to actually do that because that's such balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, for you two, you still have to do it.
And the lights are off.
And the
again.
lights are off again.
We're just going to do this podcast in the dark now.
Yeah, we have some wiring issues here at my house. No, right, just right,
There we go.
Yeah, tell.
Oh yeah,
Got
sorry.
one.
Right, tell.
Yeah.
There we are.
Now we are.
We have some wiring problems in my house, and if my brother turns on or off his lights, it turns mine on or off, which is really annoying when you're trying to sleep and the lights just come on full blast. Or when you need them, they go off. But basically, our topic for today is school stories.
Yeah.
School
joy.
stories.
Yes.
That's why I brought them up in HE, so we've got some absolute belters for you. But before we get to that, Fraz has the comments of the week.
The comment of the week. I thought you were going to do your little jingle, were you not?
My little, well, no, that was going to be saved for next week. We're going to trial something hopefully next week. I still haven't got the okay from Fraz, but we should do a Fraz's comments of the week jingle. What do you think, Andrew?
Yeah, we could think of something up.
I don't like this.
Okay, I'll just do it top in the head here. So, Fraz's comments of the week.
The fuck are you pointing at me
I don't
for?
know. I wanted you to say something, but I couldn't think of anything. So, so what is it? How many we got this week, Fraz?
Well, back onto what you were saying about school and whatnot. One thing I do not do homework. I just point blank. I don't do it. If you're at school for, say, well, I'm just taking into consideration school. You're there from 9 o'clock to like 3:30 and whatnot.
Yeah.
When you go home,
Do not miss that.
that is your time. That is just your
Oh,
time.
you all thought you had it bad. I had to kind of leave for school at 7:30 in the morning. I got
fuck
back
that.
at like 5:30.
That's ridiculous. Where was it? You lived in what? Ardlui?
No, I lived at like the very top of Loch Lomond, just in Inverarnon, and then had to travel all the way around a fucking mountain range and down towards Stirling.
Middle of nowhere,
It's
basically.
like an hour and a
I
half,
can't
2
believe that's
hours
the
every
closest
day,
high
there
school.
and back.
I can't believe
That's
that's the closest
fucking
high school.
ridiculous.
Well, I know Cullen was bad. It was like an hour or something.
Yeah, no, it's fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous, man.
You were the worst.
Every day at half
People
7
on
in
a
the
time
morning.
drum and stuff like that as well. My
Yeah.
God, unreal.
No, big time.
But as you were saying, Fraz,
That was not fun.
Yeah, so I don't do homework, but I've come and got one little fact for you guys. Just one little small one.
that is one thing I say before you go into that. I messed this out. I did say to Fraz, Okay, I wasn't sure if he's going to do it in this podcast or next one, so I kind of missed the boat on that one. But we set up Fraz with the task of coming up with fascinating facts with Fraz.
Which
Okay,
I think sounds.
where he comes up with a fascinating fact, and then we discuss. So, but I don't do the jingle. Well, me and Andrew do the jingle, and I think I haven't told Andrew this yet, so I'm going to need to whisper it into it.
As per usual,
Hold
as
on,
per,
hold on.
just drop me right in it.
Oh, that sounds horrible. You should be whispering. That's rude.
What's it now?
Yeah, say it now.
And it's fascinating facts with Fraz.
Fascinating.
Oh,
So that is the jingle.
dear.
So let's get a
Oh.
fascinating fact with Fraz.
Oh, it's nothing much. It's just something around together. It was just this little thing I heard, and I was just like, oh, fair enough. But you know, on the old school cartoons, obviously they can't do it now because of PC malarkey. But you know how they have like a bottle of liquor, like moonshine or something, and there'll be like 3 X's on it.
Yeah.
Basically, the 3 X's is how many times it's been distilled, and it's basically saying the strength of it.
Oh,
I thought
really?
it was.
I
didn't know that.
I
That's
genuinely
incredible.
thought that was just kind of.
I thought that was just the moonshine label until you get a bit older and you go, oh no, wait, 3 X's.
No.
that
I
means
know.
something to it.
No, was it
No
obviously
longer
when
means
you
that.
go to red light district, it's like triple X's. So I always thought it meant adults. So then when it's like moonshine, I thought
Does
it
that
meant
mean
adults.
Amsterdam? Does that? In fact, I actually have a jumper there. Ajax, a football club from Amsterdam, and it has a
Is
logo.
that, did you get
I
that
think I
when
bought
we
that one. Yeah,
when we went to
in
Amsterdam?
2014.
Because we went to that big tourist shop and it was
Yeah,
like
yeah, that was
fucking
it.
€100 or something like that for a football top. and
Yeah,
shit
it was
like that. You were
absolute-
like, what the
I was
fuck?
like, I got that type of money.
Tourist trap, man.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck
does that mean
tourist trap,
Amsterdam's
man.
all triple?
I think it's just a
filtered?
kind of logo kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's
it makes more sense.
The
in Amsterdam,
biggest
doesn't
thing
it?
I remember from old school cartoons, if you were like me and you obsessively watched Tom and Jerry, it was just the black housemaid.
Thomas!
Thomas, what are you doing in there?
The mighty broom.
Fucking
I can't
over the top racism.
It's absolutely horrendous as well.
Oh no, it's brilliant. I love it.
I don't know. I
And
I've never
Fraz-
seen it as
It's,
racist.
it's Tom and
Andrew's-
Jerry. It's not. When you're watching it, you don't go, "Oh my god, this is so racist." It's just funny.
Yeah, well, that's because
I
you're
mean,
5.
Yeah, but even now I can still
You don't even know
watch
what
them, and you
racism
can
is
see
when you're
past
5.
the racism and still appreciate it for being funny.
I like how it's the only character that actually talks. Everyone else just kind of make noises.
Aye,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
I know that they made the mistake with the fucking Tom and Jerry movie.
Oh no!
They gave them really stupid voices.
I like to pretend that doesn't exist. Honestly,
Yeah,
personally,
that was
that's
just ridiculous.
I
Did
feel
you ever watch
I
it?
feel stupid because I don't remember this person.
Oh, it was
and I don't.
horrendous.
I think I
You only
heard-
seen our
was
legs.
Was that movie not?
Oh, that's
kinda,
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
just saw
only
the
seen the
legs.
Was that movie
Legs
not
and
kinda
hands,
recent?
hits
like,
them
not
with a broom.
that recent.
No.
No, it was like
Or is it like
early
Yeah.
2000s.
right? Okay, I vaguely remember that, but I don't think I saw it.
It was around about the same time as kind of like the Rescuers Down Under and that sort of stuff. All that
Yeah.
movies were coming out with like,
Yeah,
animals in
yeah.
it and shit.
I don't remember much of the
Flash.
movie, but I definitely remember watching it. And then there was a fat dog on a skateboard or something. If that's
Well, I've not
unless
seen
that's
it.
another movie.
I
or
just
something.
remember the fact that they gave them really horrible voices, and it just ruined a little bit of Tom and Jerry for everybody.
Yeah. Well,
But then, of course, you got the Looney Tunes and Foghorn Leghorn.
I'll say.
I'll say, boy.
I do love that. My grandpa still does that voice, so I can't really consider that racist. Cause,
Well,
wait, grandpa, grandpapa.
You weren't a racist, were you?
Oh god, okay, I better not speak too much on this thing. It will say something horrendous again, and I'll have to edit out again.
but then you,
Don't.
No,
don't.
it was just-
He's gonna
it
have,
was
it's
just
gonna
like-
be a pipe bomb here.
it was just a side thought I had.
oh,
Like, you know the
brilliant.
Flintstones, right?
Yeah.
And Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
He worked on the Flintstones, didn't he?
And Dexter's Laboratory.
And
For-
right,
Oh,
I didn't know
Hanna-Barbera.
I didn't know Dexter's. I knew he worked for Hanna-Barbera and he did the Flintstones because
Yeah.
I'm not sure if he did the voice for.
I don't
Fred
think he did.
Flintstone? But every time that he's appeared on Family Guy, I'm pretty sure he's got the guy that did the voice for Fred Flintstone onto the show because he knows him.
Oh, really? Oh, that's
Because they
pretty
all worked together and shit like that. 'Cause that's how he got his big break, wasn't it?
cool. Yeah, well, he started off on that, yeah. And
Yeah.
then he became like the youngest something or other. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, that was just a wee side thought I had with old cartoons.
Yeah, no,
and I
that's
was
great.
like,
Yeah, that's
I'm
cute.
pretty sure Seth MacFarlane was
But
connected to
basically,
it.
we're going on to sort of themes. I think for the shows, we had a few complaints.
did?
Well, not so much complaints, but like we do speak a lot about games. Okay, I'll give you that. Okay, we do. That is an
Yeah.
everyday part of our life, and we
Well, yeah,
we have
it's
stories
quite a
and
big
stories
part.
and stories. But I guess to the non-gamer, That's it's kind
Zone
of
out
it's kind of a
point.
drag, yeah. So I know a few people want to skip ahead. It's an hour-long
Well,
podcast.
they can tell that to the one-legged man and bump it off down the road.
He does this face. You can't see that in the podcast, but he does this face.
You can't see the face,
But,
just as well.
Well, I'm of the opinion that that's probably maybe we can still speak about games, but maybe we'll do it in a themed episode.
Yeah.
But this one, today's theme is school, so we haven't really spoken about it. It's
Fascists.
been about 10 and a half minutes now, but you know what? We are going to
Batter through with it.
get the comments first, and then we'll batter through with these school stories, because I reckon 45 minutes is
There's
going to
nothing
be...
better than a bit of ritual humiliation about your childhood.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got some absolutely horrendous stories as well,
Yeah,
which I cannot wait to see, because I shouldn't enjoy this memory, but I
did.
kind of do.
I did. I was a completely different character from what I am now. But
Yeah.
it just
I'm-
didn't take
Dylan's
this.
not.
Still,
Dylan's still the
Still the-
horrible,
You guys-
black-souled person that he's always been.
you guys, if you think some of the stuff I've said has been like whatever your sort of preconception of me is now, wait,
Was it posh school kid? Was
posh
it?
schoolboy?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, this we have to be tame-ish
Yeah,
for a podcast, so we don't get into some serious trouble.
yeah, because I can
You
only
have no
edit
idea
so
what he
much.
says in the real world.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, this story kind of, I feel bad about it.
No,
okay?
you don't.
I do.
If it's the story I'm thinking of, no, you don't.
I do feel bad.
You
about
don't.
it.
You feel pride.
No, I don't. No,
Yes,
that,
you do.
That is actually,
You're looking at the ground when you speak. You're lying to my
That's-
face.
no,
You
I-
feel pride.
No, the people must think I'm ashamed.
Yeah, the people can think
I
of
am-
what I think. I know who you are.
Okay, we'll get to that. Fraz, the comment, please.
The comment, please. Oh, I've just actually, while you were saying that, I've just realised I've actually got 2 questions from 2 different people.
Oh,
Yeah.
popularity.com.
One's going to be much later on. I think what we should do is have a little segment right at the end where we can talk about gaming, because one of them is a bit kind of gaming-y. But so the first question comes from another co-worker, actually, not at school.
Oh god, was he thinking my voice?
No, this is good because
bring it on.
You calling me out, Effie?
Come on, let's get to it. Let's get to it.
You're only saying it because Andrew's sitting next to you.
Yeah, I was like,
Andrew's like, I've got no
Nope.
beef.
my
No,
friend
no.
Andrew will kick your ass.
No, he won't. No, he will not. Actually, okay.
No, anyway, so it's from she likes to be called Mudge, and our question, because I said to her,
Mudge.
well, we're going to talk about school, and she is a mother,
Okay.
and so her question is basically, what's your thoughts on homework? Which obviously I already said I don't like it. So obviously these kids they're at primary school 9 till 3, high school 9 till 3:30.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
3,
whatnot.
half 3, depends.
You go home and whatnot, and you've got to somehow manage to get these kids in homework. I mean, when they get in, we've just finished school. Do you get it just out of the way,
Yeah.
or do you let them relax and then they get tired and then try and force them to do homework and they're like, no, we don't want to do it. So what is your views on the homework is the question, basically.
Well,
I think it's
It's
partly just a complete waste of time, and partly it's just a complete joke.
It's a bit of a failure of the teacher.
It is, yeah. If the
Yeah.
teachers have this itinerary set out for the year or whatever else, or if they do it in segments, I don't know how they set them out, but if they can't get their workload completed in the allotted time, that's your problem.
Yeah. No,
I
yeah.
mean, that doesn't mean that, like, for example, for myself, having to travel basically 2 hours home, getting home 2 hours after the school day's finished, and then having to sit down and do homework. No, fuck that.
yeah,
I
I
ain't
mean,
doing that.
I'm of the opinion, right? You get obviously 8 hours work, 8 hours play, 8 hours sleep, whatever it is.
Yeah.
If it takes you an hour, for example, it did for us because we lived kind of rural areas, not for Fraz because he lived in the town in which the school was there. But if it takes you, as Andrew said, an hour to get there and an hour back, plus your 6 hours, that's 8 hours, alright? The only time you can really learn, I think, is when you're up in the morning and you first got up and you got a few hours and then your brain works kind of well.
Once you've woken up.
Once you've
Yeah.
woken up, that's when you're going to take things in. But then after that, after you've went through a grueling, tiring day at school, you don't want to go back and then have to try and wake up your brain again because it's already zoned out. It's gone. There's no point. So, I mean, if you're... No. I'm against
Plus,
homework.
No.
I did it in first year, and then I went, nah, fuck this. This
I
is
just
shit.
didn't.
Plus, the older you
Just
get,
don't do
genuinely the older you get, the harder it gets to learn things. That's what it says. It's like when you're a kid, your mind's like a sponge. You just soak it up. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you, as Dylan's saying, when you get to that older age and you need to restart your brain again
Yeah.
to do homework.
I mean,
no.
like when you're a kid,
That's your downtime.
when
That's
you're a
your
kid,
relaxed
or
time.
even when you're a teen, like after you get back from school, you want to enjoy the day whilst it's still there. Go out and do stuff with your friends.
Yeah.
But I don't know if your
Must
parents
have
feel
been
like
nice living next to
play-
people. Being
Yeah.
able to go out. And...
it was no, it was great. I only had a couple of friends that I hung out with all the time in my town. Well, that gives the game away, doesn't it? I said he lived in Calgary. Right
I
now.
think you've given that away a long time ago.
Dylan's over. But we'd
You're right.
but we'd got, you know, I'd go and play and I had so much fun. Then I'd get home, I'd have my dinner. I'd be knackered at that point. And then what you meant to like force yourself to do homework at it? No. You're sorry, but you get your childhood. You may as well enjoy your childhood. School's for learning stuff. After that, goodbye. Like it's
Yeah.
done.
I
I'm
don't
not doing
think
it.
it's fair on the parents as well, because they've kind of got to be the bad. They've kind of got they've got to kind of be the bad guy, because then they're like, right, you've got to get this homework done and whatnot. Kids are just like, I don't want to do it, and they're like, well, you kind of have to, don't they? So
Yeah.
I just never told my mum anyways. Oh, you got homework? Nope.
Yeah,
Bag full of it.
Yeah,
No.
I just said I did it.
I just used to just do it in the bus home or the bus to school, and then it was just done.
I said, you
That's
know what?
effort.
I actually, you
Yeah,
know,
but it gives you something to do when you're sitting on a
See.
bus for like an hour and a half filled with screaming kids running about the place. You're just like headphones on. Just
Yeah.
I've heard about
I'm
that.
not- I'm
the
not
the
even-
anarchies in the bus. I've heard
Yeah,
about that.
I'm not even joking, but see when see like the day of a test or the night before a test, I would always cram in all my studying the night before, or even on the bus on the way. I did that for my exams, and I got a lot of A's doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. I got A's.
Do you know for the 10 hires I sat, I got 3 grades. Because my 5th and 6th year, I discovered the wonderful properties of marijuana.
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 And yeah, that kind of took over quite a portion of my time, and then
Yeah.
you figure out that, holy shit, I've got an exam in 5 minutes. Where am I?
Yeah.
So
And then
yeah,
you realise it's 2018.
yeah. Well,
It's like
Oh,
my
wait a minute.
My exam finished 6 years ago.
still just sitting in the same corner of the hall just now.
You could grow up to be like this guy. Hey, dude.
It was pretty mental. See, that December that just passed was the 7 years since I was at McLaren.
Yeah, you left in 5th year, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halfway through it, not even the whole year. 2010. It's pretty mental to think. I
No,
left-
2011, didn't
No,
it?
it's 2010. It's December.
Oh, do you not see
Oh,
fifth
fuck,
year
yeah,
all the way
of course,
through?
yeah. Yeah.
23rd of December.
That's-
No.
You know,
No, I wasn't 16 till the 7th of December.
you're a dropout.
Yeah, I dropped out.
I dropped out at the end of fifth.
It's funny because I reckon I could have actually done alright if I actually had any. Like,
So the one regret I do have is not actually trying harder with my higher exams.
yeah.
So I did really well on my standard grades. They were no problem at all, but the hires I really fucked up. I'd go
I-
back and do them again.
Yeah, I don't know. I only like doing stuff. Like, I didn't want to do any of this stuff. I wanted, like, obviously, I wanted to do music. I wanted to do film and stuff. All these things that don't really have a set path. Like,
And they don't offer that much at that school either.
no, it's shit.
The music was not
Mr.
exactly
Hall.
the
No.
best department. They
Mr.
didn't offer
Jahid.
much of anything like film or something like that.
Jahid.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure if you could mention teacher
Buddy?
names. Oh, not
Shut up
Ash-
and get out.
Not Ashworth.
Hey.
Shut up and get out.
Hey, buddy.
Oh,
buddy,
I had him by the
hey,
balls
hey,
once.
hey, buddy. buddy.
Properly.
Hey, buddy. I'm going to sit in this table and show you my balls. Do you
used
not
to
remember
do
that? Fucking the bike shorts.
Oh my.
Oh, dude! Oh,
He
yeah.
came into a reception and just sat on the table and then put his leg on another chair. Like that.
He actually
Like
did
you can't
do
see
that.
it, but
He done
it's
that.
the whole V shape open and it was bike shorts.
And nobody ripped him.
I think everyone
I
was
think
just
it
too
was
terrified.
scarred. Yeah, it's like
You were just like, oh, Jesus.
no, you know what? Like his snake eye that he used to do. Remember, he used to do this weird thing where his eye looked like it rolled back in his skull.
I'm relatively sure it was a glass eye.
Yeah, I think he was a. I think you know how you get those like theories that people are actually lizards.
Just like the crab people theory.
Yeah, so I reckon he's actually one of those lizards.
No, was it Mr.
Did they
Ashworth?
ever hiss at anyone? Just like this.
I think so.
Probably.
Ashworth.
I'm real. In all seriousness, like if something happened, fine, fair enough. condolences and that, but I'm pretty sure he had a glass eye.
No, well, Mr. Ashworth, he was one of these teachers. Obviously, they don't know it. And he's one of what's every school's got that one teacher that's like, yeah, I'm down with the kids and whatnot, but the kids are like, no, you're a fan.
You're really not.
I used to say like, yeah, I believe school's the place to learn how to fight, defend yourself.
What was it from fucking
Did
London?
he say that?
I don't know. I can't.
He
remember
wasn't
his
from
voice.
London.
No, he wasn't. But he was English. I can't remember his voice. Though.
Was he English?
Oh,
Yeah, it was English.
No, maybe it was.
I can't remember. It's been years.
I was just
since
thinking
heard
about
his voice.
Mr. Cutter.
oh,
What an
Cotter.
asshole.
I've got another good story.
I just remember. Oh god, I can't even say it. I can't actually say it.
What's it?
Fraz, what were you gonna say?
Oh, was it? I don't know if we're cutting into stories, but I don't think I just heard this one. But basically, long story short, we weren't allowed in the leisure centre. That was only for prefects.
Leisure centre is like a. Well, it's a leisure centre.
Yeah,
it was next door to our
but it's
school.
basically you could buy-
We did gym there and stuff.
You
like
could
that.
buy cheap snacks, but I was in a little group of I think it was 4 of us. 3 of them the 3 of them decided to go in. I was like, I want nothing to do with this, so I stayed outside like the little bookworm I was, if you can call me that. And then I got pulled out of class with alongside the other 4. And Mr. Carter says he always looks to shout at us. And I was like, sir, I didn't actually. And he was like, oh no, I don't want to hear it. I was like, all right, okay. And I've always got a little cheeky smile on my face. I was like, all right, had a big cheeky
This is
smile.
when he's in the right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just sitting there like, all right, okay, it's 10 minutes gone by, and eventually he calmed down. And, right, what do you want to say? I was like, sir, I wasn't actually even in there. And then he just went, oh, okay, go back to class. I'm just like outside like, funny.
Oh, God. He's such an arsehole. I remember this one time I was in PE, and we're sitting in like loads of people forgot their their gym kits and stuff like that,
Sometimes
and I was
just
one
could
of
be
them.
fucked.
But I never forgot it. It was just this one time, and I can't remember why. But I was in 5th year, so I didn't really give a shit.
You in shorts?
Because I was gonna leave. No,
Just that image for people.
but we're
Dylan
also-
in shorts.
He's got some sexy ass chicken drum legs, man.
Oh,
hey,
he
that's
should.
massa.
And by the way, he does
Uh,
shave.
We no, I don't. God damn it! But we were sitting in this classroom, obviously having to watch. Like, we were having to write out exercises, whatever it was, because we forgot our kit. And then Mr. Cotter came in, pulled me and a bunch of the others out, like all these Neds that always did bad shit, and I wasn't one of them. Like, I just didn't give a shit, but I wasn't like I didn't hang out with the Neds or that. I wasn't like an actual troublemaker so much. Like,
Well,
not in the teachers' eyes.
sorry to interrupt. I think obviously we've got Muck in America. Shout out to Muck.
Shit. You know?
Obviously he won't know what a Ned is.
A Ned is like
Non-educated delinquent.
yeah.
If you wanna
It's
be-
a factual term for Ned.
So I don't know what they would call it.
Arsehole is the other
What do
term.
you call it in America?
I've just got scum.
Yeah.
Scum. We'll call them
The
scum.
great
Arseholes.
unwashed.
People that aren't interested in learning, they just want to fuck about. And...
They're just there to waste their time and everyone else's fucking time.
Yeah, basically. But I was pulled out with like all of them, all these like people with no future because they have no interest of making one for themselves. And Mr. Cotter actually said these words: "If you're not going to come prepared for learning, you may as well be shipped off to Afghanistan." I was like, I've forgotten my fucking PE kit once this whole year.
Nope, that's it. You're in the army, boy.
It's like Afghanistan. No, because watch out for those Taliban.
We're gonna use you as cannon fodder.
I was like, you better not forget your gun, because they won't forget theirs. And I was just like, are you like, what a fucking dick? Do you know, just hate it? Like, that's the thing with teachers. They always get this god complex, and they just think
Yeah.
it's like, oh
So
yeah.
I'm here to educate you because I've done it right. So, have you though?
No.
Have you though?
No, what I really
Have
don't
you,
like
though?
is how teachers always back teachers up, no matter what happens. Like, for
Yeah.
example, if a teacher messes up and
Missy,
then
touch
it goes
me.
to the head of the goes to the head of the year, and then they're like, oh yeah,
Andrew, you can't say that.
so and so done that, and they will not even let you explain the situation.
Yeah, they're just like,
Oh,
oh, no,
it's-
I believe Mr.
Yeah, you're like,
chokes on
it's like,
dick."
well,
I
you know,
Yeah, but
it's
don't
ridiculous.
know, one of my favourite teachers was, do you remember Mr. Johnson, the history teacher?
Strict.
DJ.
that guy, fucking
DJ,
hell, really.
man. I fucking loved him. He was brilliant.
He went. Do you remember the Battlefield strip? He
2000
gets
gets
you
you
Yeah.
taught. He gets you taught.
He gets you taught. He actually educates you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
know,
don't be
good
wrong.
teacher.
He
I
doesn't
never
take
got him.
shit at
No.
all. If he takes shit, he's like, get the fuck out of my class. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
But he was
I-
my favourite teacher.
I liked
'cause
him as well,
I
yeah.
got really
I never-
good grades in history because of that guy.
Yeah.
I
like,
never got him in
In all
history.
fairness, he was a fucking cracking teacher.
I never got him, but
What's it?
I remember I was in the Battlefield strip and we're in this like mass sort of grave site, and I was looking through all the surnames trying to find one that was like related to me, maybe or potentially, and I hadn't realised that the whole class had gotten back on the bus, so just me and Callum walking about this site looking for my relatives' names, and I just remember Mr. Von Sharp.
Yeah.
He
Mr. Von
was
Sharp.
a good teacher until he turned to head of a year, and he just turned into an absolute bellend.
I don't remember. I was
Yeah.
kind of liked him. He had
I
really
liked
good
him.
years.
Yeah, I was going quite well with
No,
him.
he sat at the back of the bus with
No,
us in
it's-
that whole trip.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I
Yeah, it
remember
was
that.
funny. But no, they came out and then Mr. Johnson just went spare. And I was like, "La, la, la, la," and I was just like, I don't even know this guy. And he was just going mental. I was like, well, I didn't see. No one told us. So how was I meant to know? And he thought we were lost in France. And I was like, whoops.
So you're saying like looking for your relatives. I actually found mine.
Did you?
Yeah, like, I found. Well, my stepdad's great uncle or something like that.
Really?
We found his tombstone
Holy shit, that's
just
mad.
out in the middle of this little graveyard that they set up in the middle of nowhere.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was fucking weird.
Is that with all the white X's?
No, no,
X's.
no. It was on the way to one of the mass grave sites.
Yeah.
I think it was Ypres or something like that.
Yeah.
And it was like a little grave site that's on its own.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was like maybe twice the size of your room with like 2 or 2,500 graves in it.
Yeah.
They were like just stacked right next to each other.
That's
It was
mental.
just this random tombstone. I was like, fucking hell, man, this is weird.
It's pretty
That's
good you
pretty
found it.
trippy, Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was weird. Yeah, because like when we were going, they were like, if you've got any relatives, give us the information, we'll try and find them, and they found them. So fair play.
Hats off.
Yeah, fair
Nice
play.
one.
I was like, the school actually did something
Yeah.
worthwhile.
I don't think I had any relatives in it, as far as I know. I know that my on my dad's side is either, I don't know if it's my great grandfather or my great uncle. It's one of the two. He fought in World War II, and he fought against the Japanese. He was a piper, and basically they didn't actually have enough water, so they had to drink whiskey the whole time.
Not a bad thing.
So like he was always pissed. He became a
If this
raging
was a
alcoholic.
Scottish platoon, I'm pretty sure that was an excuse.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, that was
uh,
just an excuse for them just to be
Oh,
like,
the water's poisoned.
if I'm fighting with those Yanks, I'm fucking drinking.
It's pretty mental actually, because he got he was the piper, so they would be playing the pipes obviously with the whole
Yeah, he'd
regiment.
march out and get them
Yeah,
in
he'd
line.
march out and stuff, and then
Fucking ballsy.
he took a Japanese prayer flag. Basically, it was a Japanese flag with the prayers of all the Japanese troops on it after they'd obviously killed them.
Yeah,
Which is we've
after
got
they
it now.
slaughtered them.
We know
Really?
it's now in our possession. My dad wants to give it to like a museum or something maybe, or just give it back to. Well, I suppose
I'd
there's
find
too
out if
many
there was
names.
maybe like a Japanese museum that would take that. If there was like
Yeah.
they specialise in the
'Cause we
area.
don't really want it, to be honest. It's
That's-
like
I'm
the
going to be honest,
prayers
man.
of a lot of
That's
fallen
probably
men.
some bad juju.
Yeah.
If you read up on like Japanese supernatural stuff,
Yeah.
there's a lot of bad juju that can come from that.
Juju.
Bro.
Yeah. We don't really want
It's
it.
bad juju.
I just say
Yeah,
we're not
juju.
condoning it, but we do have. I think I've seen it once actually.
We're
When
gonna have
it's
like
melted.
Japanese spirits walking about your house and shit.
But we're nearly at the halfway mark, and we haven't even started our stories yet. So I'm going to
fuck.
speed this along a little bit.
Well, I got
Yeah.
one.
The
Out.
I like linking things up because it's obviously 2009's the Battlefield strip.
Alright, here we go.
For me and Andrew.
Here we go.
In our year.
I was 2 years above these
Yeah.
two, so I won't be in their
Well,
stories.
which one are we doing first? Which one came first?
I'll tell you. I think mine. I can't remember. No, maybe it was yours, but I'll say mine first anyway because I want to.
Yeah, mine came first because yours came at
Yeah,
the
it came.
end. That was the last
you
place
remember
we
that?
stayed.
Yeah, we stayed. It was like a
That was
prison.
that was a
cell
cell
block.
block. Jesus, man.
Jinx.
Actually, the
Damn, we can't
whole,
speak
all of
for
it
the
was
rest of
just
the
like
podcast.
it was great cast concrete block.
It was horrible. It
It
was
really was
really
miserable
horrible.
looking.
Yeah, well, saying
Yeah,
that,
and it was in France.
did you know that the people that done our school, they specialised on building prisons?
Did they actually?
Yeah, I got told that.
It
I'm
shows.
What the guys that did
But
McLaren,
yeah, was
the
it
renovation and
the
stuff.
renovation? This,
They
yeah.
also did Wallace and rebuilt it on a floodplain.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
thinking.
the first thing that happened was that it rained heavily and the roof came in on the computing department, and then the
Wow.
second thing, it was on a floodplain, so it flooded.
Amazing.
I was like, wow, you spent 4.5 million roughly on that.
It is. Just
Good job.
GG.
But basically, yeah, so it was the Battlefield strip for us. We went to Belgium and France and went through a lot of World War One battle
Pretty good
sites.
trip, to be fair.
It was amazing. I've got so many stories from that, and that's when Farmer Whitbread It's a mask that our friend David
Oh,
brought.
yeah, there's pictures of you guys in the bus wearing the mask.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like, oh, for
You're like,
fuck's
oh,
sake.
good. But yeah, me and David made like a film about it and stuff. We made 2 actually, and it's been a prevalent part of my life since.
Very good film. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's
I've
brilliant.
honestly still not seen it.
There's this one bit.
I'm really sorry. I've just not seen it. I
That's
keep
fine.
going
There's
to watch it and I forget.
There's
It's
this
been 8
one
years.
bit that is so good, and it was a fuck up where they dropped the camera and it done this really good zoom in, and it was
Yeah, it
perfect.
zoomed in, and then we pull it back, and it goes into the eyes. It was so cool.
It was
totally
just
unplanned.
so
It was
perfect.
sweet, yeah.
It's on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
you can watch it
I'm gonna
literally
watch it
any
tonight.
point.
I
I'm
just
gonna
can't
watch it
spell
tonight.
it. I tried to look up once and I couldn't spell
Yeah.
it, so I just
But
gave
is
it
it
up.
just Farmer Whitbread?
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
that's
I'm
a
gonna
shame.
watch it
Was he
tonight.
actually done it on DVD, and he had this really cool menu and whatnot made
Yeah,
for it.
yeah.
No one ever got a copy, and I was really miffed. I wanted a copy.
Yeah, it's because me and David fell out for like 4 years, which was
not
really
an excuse.
Oh yeah, I remember
really,
that.
really stupid in retrospect.
I remember
Girls,
that.
what are they
brutal.
like?
Oh,
Yeah,
girls.
wonderful. Valentine's Day tomorrow. I'm going to be forever alone. But anyway,
Yeah,
let's
you
stay,
got
on,
your doubts,
stay
Gabe.
on track now. We've got half an hour.
Yep,
So
yep,
basically,
yep.
Battlefish trip, Belgium and France. It was towards the end of the trip, and our friend Callum came up to me, and he was like, "Do you want to try some chocolate?" And then I looked at it.
Callum doesn't offer food,
I
so
said-
never take it.
Yeah, I was like looking at it like, this is weird. And I was like, and we're in France. And he's like, oh, it's a French chocolate. And then I looked at it and it said on top, X-Lax. And I was like, that sounds like a laxative. And then he started laughing. He went, yeah, well, how'd you know? I was like, well, it's kind of fucking obvious if you have a brain. So I looked
You
at him
didn't.
and I was
Wait,
like,
you didn't, did you?
what?
You didn't, did you?
Oh, he didn't.
I never ate them,
Oh,
no.
do you not?
No, I'm smarter than that. But I looked at them. I'm
Oh,
not,
no.
no, sorry. I'm more trusting than that. I'm less trusting than that, sorry.
Oh,
And
yeah,
I
you're
looked, I-
backtracking now because I'm sitting right fucking next to you.
I can't look at you right now.
basically, I looked at it and then I went, okay, well, here's the X-Lax on top. So I melted the top of each bit and said, sorry, so you couldn't read that. So it just looked like a chocolate bar. And I walked up to Andrew
Dude, you did.
and I
In
said,
fairness, I only ate one of the little squares, but even that was
I
enough.
think you had more than that.
No, I only had
think
one
I
of the wee
had
squares.
Did you?
It was only
Oh,
one
right.
of the wee squares.
So I walked up and I was like, Andrew, hell, do you want to try this French chocolate? Oh, it's really good, man. And he's like, oh yeah, thanks, man. Like really.
Dude,
I'd never
you're
done
evil.
it. I've never done anything treacherous to you before this point. I don't think I'd ever done it.
No, we were really, really close before that.
Yeah. Before
Yeah,
that.
we
And then
we
it
shared
started.
all the jokes. We shared laughter all the time.
Loved it. Really, never.
Yeah,
Argued.
it was amazing
And
until that.
then the fucking urge to
betrayal.
betray became, and then I gave him I gave him it, and he's like, it's a bit funky.
It doesn't taste overly much like chocolate.
dotting away,
Tastes
just
quite
like
plain.
jumping about. He was just all happy and stuff. And then I had nothing, right, because this was quite late on. This was like
That was
10.
like 2 in the morning or
10.
something. That was up.
Yeah, it was 10 or 11. I gave you the chocolate anyway.
Yeah.
And then
I remember it being
heard a
like
rustling.
early in the morning.
I was sat complete eyes wide open the whole night, just waiting, and all I heard at about 2 in the morning was Andrew going,
Oh shit!
"Oh!" And he just jumped up and he rushed into the toilet, and all I could hear from the toilet was
Whoa, Long
"Oh."
Johnson!
was just like,
Sick.
Oh, great! Oh, Jesus!
fucking pissing myself laughing, man. I was literally in hysterics. I had to try and keep it down because the whole school was obviously sleeping.
I should have got the fucking police on you, man.
Oh,
You
it's
poisoned
fucking
me.
hilarious.
You
And he
poisoned
came
me.
out and I was just in hysterics. He's like, why are you laughing? He's like, was that you dick? I was like, do you enjoy that chocolate? He was fucking raging.
My mates will never cross you.
Was that not the same night? I can't remember how he did it, but Callum Watmice like burst his nose open.
Oh my god, yeah, he just started randomly bleeding. His nose just was bleeding for no reason.
No. I'm pretty sure he was messing around with David.
Yeah,
And did
his
he not
nose-
like
yeah, his
bang
nose-
his nose off the fucking the metal railing on the bed?
Yeah, I just remember his nose just kept
And
bleeding.
it was
though.
just
So was
pure
that, yeah, oh yeah, he
gushing.
did it and it was like bleeding, but then it just kept
Because
happening.
I think like David had just been like they'd been joking about it and David was like ha ha ha, but it went like
Yeah,
to
like-
pretend to hit his head off the metal railing,
And he did.
and he actually did it.
And it was just
And it
blood
was just
everywhere.
fucking
and it just
constant.
and but it, like it would stop
Nah.
and then like a few hours later it just
It
started
started
bleeding
going
randomly
like,
again.
holy shit! I think
forgot
we've
about
killed
that.
him.
Happened like 6 times.
Yeah, and it was
just
like all
blood
over the floor,
everywhere.
all over the bed, and we're like, this looks like a fucking blood orgy.
Yeah.
If someone walks in.
That's some fucking summoning, man.
But I
that was
suppose
horrendous.
on the same notes of suffering shit, and on the
that's
battlefield
good
strip,
to sum up Belgium.
as a, It was the first hotel that we went to. The one that was really nice. It was on the beach.
It was beautiful. Couldn't have asked for a better place, better looking thing.
Beautiful
Two
weather.
bathrooms. Me, you,
Tracking.
David, Omar, Cal.
Enough space for, I think there was 5 of us in the room.
There was, yeah, me, you, David, Omar, and Cal.
Yep. It was perfect. Nice. 2 big bathrooms. I mean, not a nice view, but if you went down the street, you were on the beach. The sun was out. It was great.
Brilliant.
The only problem, I think it was a problem, kind of.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Was when you walked into the room for the first time, the aromatic, pungent smell of shit
Yeah.
permeating the air.
There's a thing with like some European countries, their sewage system is.
If you flush like paper down it, it gets all blocked up.
Yeah, it just.
Yes.
And obviously
stinks.
the people that had been in the room before us had blocked it up.
Yeah.
So in response to that, they sent out their I say this with air quotes, plumber, who dismantled the toilet, so it was just like a raw sewage pipe
Yeah.
in the bathroom,
Yeah.
and then proceeded to just ram his arm right up that pipe and just start
right
pulling
up
out
the shit
lumps
pipe.
of shit
He
and
did.
crap. And we're all just standing watching this going,
That's nothing. Well, to be fair, actually, to be fair
That
on the
was
guy, right?
so bad.
He went in and done the job. I mean, how long would that take to get the job done here?
oh, you'd have to shut down like
Just the whole block.
the whole block.
The whole block's getting
just
shut
to
down.
get into, man.
Just to get 20 people
that was
just to do one
harrowing.
toilet.
And then they
Yeah.
just left us in the room after that. They
And
just kind of
it's
cleaned it
stank
up
shit the whole time.
and just smelled the shit.
I know it didn't fix anything. It just.
And
it
as
just
you
said,
do
don't
when
use
you're
the toilet.
on a trip with other school kids, you all go over and visit each other's room.
No one wanted to go to.
No one came to a room. One little group came to it once, and then everyone knew we had the room that smelled of shit.
Yeah. So we was like, oh, they smell like
Oh
shit.
yeah, we're the shit brigade. This is
Oh,
great.
God, that was funny. But you know what? That's
That's also the night that we found out fucking Omar belongs in Tekken.
Oh yeah! Oh my
Oh,
god!
fuck
Oh my god! I
Honestly,
forgot
What's
you
about
could,
this?
you could put him on Tekken or Street Fighter and
So
he'd be the
basically-
best guy.
Back to Farmer Whitbread. It's a scary old man mask, and it was terrifying. Like, you sneak up on someone, they always like scream. They hate it. It's horrible.
Actually, we got him all night, didn't we? We got
Yeah.
him in the
Omar-
bathroom. Was
Oh.
the best one.
Oh, I got him in the bathroom.
That
It
was the
brilliant.
best one.
But Omar's absolutely terrified of this mask. Like, he would freak out. And Omar has this natural fight or flight response. And he's a small guy. He's
small.
a bit taller than me now, but he's always been
But
super
he's
skinny.
very slight. Yeah, he's a
Very,
very,
very
very
skinny.
slight guy.
And but he's got the strength that he has is unbelievable for his size. But
But
like,
she's like a fucking concrete block.
before we get to this part, I would do stuff all the time. Like, I'd put the mask on and just scare him. He was brushing his teeth in
Well,
the bathroom,
that's the
and he had
best
his
one.
head down. And he was brushing, and there was a big mirror in front of him. So obviously he's looking.
Oh,
he's looking at the
didn't.
sink, and he can't see in. The door's wide open. I stood at the door with the mask
sorry.
on. Oh, that'll be a bit of a dunt there. I stood at the door with the mask on, and like I lined my face up so that it was over his shoulder. So when he looked up, he would see it over his shoulder, but I'd be at the door. And he looked up, and his response was to run at me full force. And I'm not even joking. Falcon punch me into the next bathroom because they were right next to each other. Like, there was a small little passageway. He punched me in the jaw, and I went through the other door. Just went flying into it. He's fucking
That
unbelievable.
guy's insanely strong when he's cornered.
But we thought it was so hysterically funny, like to get Omar to like panic like that because it's
It was
ridiculous.
all day. It was like constant.
Constant,
in
yeah.
the cupboards and shit. He would open the cupboard to get his
We'd
clothes.
be in
and
it.
Just someone would be in there.
And he was like attack us, and it was really fucking hard. He like, really kicked the shit out of us. But he was on the bed lying down, and David, big lad, now he's like 6'4" or something, like
He's
huge.
bigger than that.
But back then he was like 6 foot taller.
He was still like
14.
fucking-
We're like 14 though.
Do you know we were the same size until like the summer holidays after second year.
Yeah.
We came back in third year and he was like a fucking
giant.
foot taller.
Yeah, I know. I
What happened, bro?
I kept getting told I was going to grow, and it never happened. But no,
You'll get there.
so Andrew,
You'll
obviously,
get there.
he's quite big. He's like what 5'10" or something.
I'm 5'11" and a half. Thank you very much.
So back then, he'd be like I don't know,
almost 6 foot.
don't know, he'd be like 5'9" or something.
Do you mark yourself on the wall?
You're
every
still,
day?
Not anymore. I've
you're
given
still,
up.
you're quite tall for your age anyway.
I was fairly tall for my
Big,
age. Yeah.
strong. Omar, smaller than me. I'm 5'7" now. Omar's about 5'8" now, but he was like 5'1".
Oh yeah,
Tiny.
he was tiny.
Right, they were holding him down, each arm and both his legs. And I had the mask on, and then Callum turned the light off, and then I'd move forward and I'd turn it on. So to Omar, it looked like I was floating towards him because the light was going off and going back on. I was just getting closer and closer. And
So
he
something
just,
out of the grudge.
he just fucking tore away. I don't know how he did it. He broke free.
I
and he
remember
just
getting a
started-
knee in the face at some point.
Yeah.
I think
He
that's
was-
what that I finally let go after that when I was like, fuck
fucking
this.
like headbutts, punching,
Man.
throwing punches, just fucking taking out everyone
Fair
around him.
play to him.
I had to fucking hide away because honestly, he's so strong. I was terrified.
Actually, was it not the beds? The beds were movable.
Yeah, they
I
were
remember
camp
that, and there was
beds.
like you could go under the
Yeah,
bed.
yeah.
Because then someone tried to grab his leg
It was me.
and
I
pull
went-
him under the bed.
I went under and I tried
he
to
just
grab
went
him. and
absolute fucking
I'm not
apeshit.
even joking. He curb stomped me into the metal post, and I swear I got a concussion because he hit me so hard. And then after that, we kind of stopped fucking with
Yeah,
him.
we
I
kind of
think
we
you kind
stopped
of deserve
crying.
it. I think you really deserve it. If you're going to
I
hold him down and put
personally-
something
I-
that's
Oh,
scary.
yeah, we deserve it.
No, I personally
I think
think
you
we
do.
were the victims there.
Yeah, I actually think we were the victims.
No, no way.
Fraz,
No sympathy.
let's get one of your stories. This is flying past. We've got 20 minutes left.
Well,
Unbelievable.
Jesus,
Well,
okay.
one of my stories, right? Well, one thing was that Andrew mentioned was Mr. Johnson history. Now,
A DJ.
yeah, I would say out of all the teachers, he's the only teacher I would be like, nah, I wouldn't fuck with him because
No,
he could be.
Like when he lost his shit.
When he lost his shit, he was
He was terrified.
like he put everyone in his place.
And even then, like throughout the day or the lesson or whatever, it was always kind of like a top cable.
Yeah,
You know, it's like he's where he wants to be.
he's a cool
You
dude.
just don't
but-
want to push him.
You don't push
that
him.
little bit because it'll just fucking blow up.
Yeah, no, was it? But there was it. The one thing I found out is there's a head of English, Miss Newlands.
Oh, God.
Now
Satan.
she was a boot.
I used to
I'm going
call
to be
her
honest
Satan.
here. I'm going to say she was a boot. Now the thing I found
She has to
interesting
hear this.
is I heard this. Oh,
too.
I'm
I'm,
still scared of her.
I don't give two shits. The one thing I found out is Dylan. I mean, I love you to bits, but Dylan likes to have the last bit. He's a very bat-chatty, but was it scared of Miss Newlands? Is that
Yeah.
fair to say? Just
Yeah,
not
it's
for
true. It
no.
scares the shit out of me.
I'll-
Terrified. I would
I'm-
never say it, but you've never got the chance. I wouldn't say it because I'm just too scared.
I mean, one thing I'm chilled, nice, relaxed person, and whatnot. But if you kind of a bit like Omar, if you put me in a corner, I will lash out and whatnot. And
Yeah, Fraz doesn't often lash it, but
no.
he does. It's a force to be reckoned with.
yeah, but so the best bit about this story is I'm completely in the innocence. This is just unbelievable. I'm actually in the right here, 100%. But basically, we were in a lesson. I can't remember the exact teacher who was with us, but we had a classroom assistant with us, and she was just having a shitty day. And for once, I was sitting there doing my homework. Not doing my homework. I was actually doing my work, and yeah. Andrew's immediately giggling, but this is
Incredible.
how incredible the story is. I was actually doing my work.
It's always the day where you're actually
Yeah,
believing.
you're actually doing it.
That's
and
when
then you're just in the right. You're like, motherfucker.
And then she comes over and she starts shouting at me, going, oh, yeah, and I was like, all right, okay. She started continue shouting at me for no reason at all. She just decided I'm going to shout. So I was like, right, okay. And then she just kept going. Eventually I turned around and went, miss, I don't want to be rude. I'm actually doing my work. And I had the face of, I'm actually doing it for a change. I was like, I'm actually doing my work.
It's like, God damn it.
Now, she thought this was really cheeky. So she went, I'm not standing for this. So she storms out the room and she goes gets the head of English, Miss Newlands. Miss Newlands doesn't come into the class and goes, all right, okay, what's happened here, like a normal human being should do.
Yeah, like,
She decides, I'm in the wrong, she's in the correct. So she just starts shouting, get your bag, you're getting out. And I'm like, right, okay, very good. So I'm laughing away going, this is ridiculous. So I pack my stuff up in my bag, put in the bag on my shoulder, go outside. We start walking along the corridor. She then stops me and then starts shouting at me. Now, there's no point she's asked me what's happened. She's just been shouting and whatnot. So I was like, right, okay. So I started shouting back. I was like, right, you've not asked me at all what's happened and whatnot. This is very unprofessional. Then she decides to go, oh, don't shout, don't shout round side, which she started shouting.
yeah.
So I was like, well,
such
miss,
hypocrites, man.
I was like, well, miss, you can show me the same respect
teachers.
in this. You can't just shout at someone and then expect them not to lash back. So we started talking again, in which she then started building up, started shouting. And then I was like, right, okay. So I started shouting back at her. I was like, no, I'm not having this. So she eventually, we had to go into another class. I don't know if you guys remember Mr. Clark, French, big lad.
Oh, is he not the
Mr.
one that
Clark?
retired in
Yeah,
first year?
yeah, I think he did.
And Mr. Ireland, they were like friends.
Yeah.
Mr. Ireland, the classical studies teacher. Remember, they used to hang out with each other.
Oh, I'm thinking that
Like
different one.
Santa.
I'm thinking the one that used to do Spanish.
I think he used to always wear striped trousers, like striped.
I think I
colours.
know the one
he
you
was
mean.
First year, he
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, but was it so? I got put in his classroom because he was just marking jotters and whatnot.
Wait, was that not Ian Clark's dad? Oh no, that's
No.
the other Mr. Clark.
No, that's the
Oh,
other
that's the
That was
science.
the science
one.
one.
That's the science. But anyway, I was sitting at the back. He was just marking stuff. So basically, it was like, "Well, just sit there, and I'll figure out what to do with you." No point asked what's happened and whatnot. So at this point, I've still got this grin on my face. I'm giggling away like this is ridiculous, and I got to shout Miss Newlands, which was brilliant.
Yeah.
So I was sitting at the back, just giggling, just like crying out. So Mr. Clark eventually looks up and looks at me, and he goes, "Right, okay, I'll bite. Why are you here?" And then I'm just sitting there just like, "Sir, you will not believe me." He goes, "Right, try me." I was like, "If I told you I sat there doing my work and I got shouted at for no reason, would you believe me?" And he was, "Well, that is a little bit far-fetched and whatnot." I was like, "That is generally what happened."
That's what I'm saying.
I know what you meant to do in that situation.
Yeah, was it? It just goes to show teachers will back teachers up. My mum works in the.
It's like you're just a kid. Your opinion doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, my mum actually works in schools. She's
I'm right, you're wrong, I'm big, you're smart.
She does the registers and whatnot, and then she actually goes into classrooms. And I told her, was it teachers backing teachers up? I told her that story, and she was like, "I don't know." I was like, "That's the thing. No one's going to believe you if you say I was doing my work."
I know, it's nothing worse when
Yeah.
you're in the right and someone says you're wrong and everyone believes it.
Head teacher was alright.
That's why I'm always treacherous.
Head teacher actually always asked your opinion, going, "Right, what happened?" And you could tell he wouldn't judge it. He would actually listen to your side of the story.
I never spoke to Mr. Martin once.
I spoke to him quite a lot.
I don't think I ever spoke. I didn't even get sent to those
Never.
offices.
I
You
never,
know?
I never got that high up.
No, I think the highest I went was
Mr.
Ashworth.
Kai. Mr. Kai for me, because I
No.
beat up someone.
Yeah.
Because he was bullying someone else. I did that a lot. I used to fight against bullies. I was a great guy.
Oh, same.
What happened?
Same.
You were never a great guy. You're a horrible person. Okay. You do things like that so that you've got a little card in your pocket. You go,
Yeah.
we're just going to pull this out and
Okay.
show you how much
Never
of a
time I
good
helped you out
guy.
in this
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm coming into favour.
I know, I'm still remember the names of these people that I helped, and I've not seen them for like 10 years. But I really... Okay, we're actually running quite short on time. Got 14 minutes left, so I have
Lots of
one
time.
story that needs to be said. And it's from me.
I've got a question from a fan that needs to be said.
Okay, so
Well, I've got a story that you want to put in as
I
well.
do want... So I'm going to need to say mine first, though, because this is...
Kind of
This
speak
is the
file.
story to end all stories for me. So basically, back in... Was this second year?
Why are you asking?
He
me
doesn't know. You've not told us.
You were there.
You were in
class.
second year, man.
You were in the class.
Oh,
what,
is this?
what class? What are we talking about?
Oh, I
Miss
think I
Twizzleton's
know.
class in art.
Twizzle sticks.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah,
No,
I
that's
know,
first
yeah,
year,
yeah.
isn't it?
It was
First
it was first year, yeah.
It's in first year. Okay, so
So
basically
it was
there
not
was
long
this
after
girl.
we were still gauging the friendship.
Yeah.
It was not long after we'd met.
Basically, there's two tables. There's me at the head.
No, wait. Second year. It must have been second year.
If it was Miss, well, it was Miss Twizzleton's class, but maybe she wasn't the teacher.
Because after oh
She
wait,
was only there
well, we
first
had
year.
Mr. Thorburn.
Arsehole.
Nah, I never had him because he kicked me out of 5 classes in a row.
I got
in his
kicked.
third year.
I went into his class once, and he just looked at me and went, "Just get out."
He did that to me.
Yeah, I just
walked
went down
in,
the street
I
with a
walked in.
chippy.
I walked in. and went, "All right, sir," and he just went, "Get out."
Yeah, I know.
So I was just like, "Oh, fuck you."
Yeah, to be fair to the guy, he had
hate
a
that
cracking car. He had like that old Ford.
Yeah, but he's an asshole.
Nah,
Doesn't
I hate
matter,
it.
man. He
I
had a
hate
really
it.
nice
Who cares, an
car.
asshole?
But I need to say
And then there
this.
was the
I
time,
need,
fucking. No, man.
I need to say this story. I'm sorry, guys. If,
I'm sorry,
if we're running out of time, I need to say it. We're so I'm sitting basically at the head of this table. It's got it's all guys. So there's Andrew, there's David. David's sitting directly opposite me. The sort of the foot end of the table. I think there's a couple other guys in there. I can't remember. Just
I think it was Callum.
was it? Jamie,
I think so. And Jamie Hall.
was there. And basically on the other side, there's like 4 tables in this room.
No,
so
they
we're
were in
at the
front
back
of us,
side.
were they not?
No, they were like. I remember I was sitting like at one end, and then they were over the table over there. Basically, this girl who I won't name was sitting the same side as like David was, so she's opposite me, but like like just across the room, and she's sitting being a fucking moaning faced cow all day, and this is one of the latter stages of the day, and I'm just like. Okay, basically, I used to make fun of this person all the time. I don't know why. I wasn't doing it to be mean. I just didn't like how she was always acting.
I think it's because she didn't like you and didn't appreciate anything you said when you were trying to be funny.
Yeah,
So you just
that
made
might
her
have
a
been
target.
it. I just like, if you didn't,
You're like,
if,
"You'll
if,
find me
if has
funny,
been the class
motherfucker."
clown and it's my defining feature and no one was laughing, if you weren't laughing at it, I would probably target you because I'm horrible. I'm a horrible person.
You are.
But she dress up. She's all dark all the time. She's always acting up like it was the worst fucking thing in the world. Like she's just such an attention seeker. And you know what she is? Well, she was. Last time I saw her, she was still a fucking bitch. But anyway, she's sitting there looking down. So I'm going, hey, so and so. Hey, hey, fuck you, right? So I was sitting there, sticking my middle fingers up at her, and I was just being a dick. I just kept going like, hey, I just kept shouting her name until she turned round, and then I go, fuck you, just constantly the whole fucking class. And this was going on for like
You did a Cartman for that.
nearly
class,
an
man.
hour, and I was just going like that. Hey. Why are you looking so down today? Hey, oh come on, I'm being serious now, And then she'd look up, fuck you. I'm just like suckering her in every fucking 2 minutes, and everyone was just sitting there like,
Fuck's sake.
and I was like, why are you're really wailing on her today, Dylan? What the fuck's going on? And I was just like, it's fucking, why is she always sitting down there like moaning face, like fucking never happy.
Some people can't help it.
No, but she did.
They've just got that slapped arse
She did do
face.
it for 5 full years of school. She never changed. She was a fucking bitch.
I can attest to that.
There's other things
Testify.
I might not bring up.
Don't bring it up.
I won't bring it up. She also looked like a giraffe. Had a really fucking long neck. That really.
I'm not gonna bring it up.
That's why I used to call her giraffe all the time. But basically, she's sitting there. She's fucking moaning away, and she's just sitting down. She's not saying anything. Normally she'd say something back and then start crying, but she didn't cry this time. She just kept.
Oh wait, you put it to the point of tears?
Several times.
Oh, for fuck's
She
sake.
would normally leave the class at that point. No, yeah. Okay, I am not like that anymore. I wouldn't do that. I don't find bullying very funny. But
Depends on the person for you.
this person was a fucking bitch. Okay, like she's the type of person that would just ignore. watch the mic. I'm just doing some faces, but no, seriously, I don't condone bullying. It's not funny, but. If you're an arsehole, then I will. If you're genuinely not a good person, then I will be a total see you next Tuesday to you as much as I can. And she was this case.
Tuesday.
And basically,
Quiet start. He's telling a story.
I think I've picked it up enough. She's sitting miserable, and she finally pipes up after nearly an hour of my non-stop fucking bombardment
This even
of
makes
abuse.
me feel bad just for being there.
Just looking at her, just going, "Hey, fuck you," and she just kept looking up, and then she said, "Dylan," and I was like, "What?"
What?
Full of fucking. I was really full of myself.
On
'cause
top of the world.
I was on. I was like full out. So I was like, well, you know what? There's nothing
Yeah,
she
you
can
were
say.
pretty much balls on the table.
I was balls on the table.
I'm fucking ready
I
to
was
go.
like, I've done this for an hour. Like, I've committed now to being a dick, so I need to be a dick. And she's like, "Do you want to know why I'm so down today?" And I was like, "Why? Why are you so down?
What the
all
fuck
day?"
could possibly be wrong?
Okay, I think I actually did genuinely say what the fuck could possibly be wrong, and I was sitting proper like.
Question, where the fuck was the teacher for all of this?
I don't know. I don't
This is what he
remember.
did. He was so fucking sneaky. He always got under the radar.
Always. I don't know.
Always.
I don't even
I was
know
on
how I did
top.
it.
Him
But she
and
was-
David. David was the fucking worst for
Yeah,
it as
we'll
well.
we might have some time for that, but
I would-
basically,
oh,
we're sitting and she
getting
goes
angry
like,
now.
she pipes up and she's been holding this back the whole class, and she was off the whole fucking week before, and I'm like, what's fucking wrong with her, right? And she goes up, do you want to know why I'm so fucking down today? And I'm like, yeah, go for it, tell me what's so fucking wrong. And I'm sitting there whilst I'm saying 2 middle fingers up, staring at her like this. What could possibly be wrong? My brother died last week.
oh.
Oh, God.
Even just hearing about it makes your palms sweaty again, man. You're like, fucking happened like 12 years ago and I still feel bad.
And I'm just sitting there,
Checkmate, motherfucker.
just like,
No, that's a fucking that's a Jenga right
just
there.
even now,
That's
I'm
fucking
just
Jenga.
all I
Yahtzee.
remember is just sitting in silence and then being like, "Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that.
Oh shit.
That's really bad." And then she just kind of looked down again, and I was just sitting, and I was just, even now, like I can feel my stomach freeze, and all I could see was her friends were like, obviously thought this was horrible, but they looked at me and they were like, almost giggling because they were like, "Wow, that must be shit being you right now. Fuck that."
Now, this
And
is
then
everybody.
I looked across the
everybody
table.
heard
I looked
this.
across the table, and David, in silent, was going, "Ha ha, fuck you, fuck you," and he was sticking his fingers up, and he was laughing like hysterically, but in silence. You know that way where they don't do it. And I was just sitting there like, Oh, fuck. So
Well, there's no coming back from that one.
that may have been the single most brutal moment.
Pretty sure that's what
In
just
my life.
that guaranteed your first class straight down.
Yeah, I was just there like, there's
Fair,
no,
if you
there's
don't know.
nothing. What?
If you don't know,
I know, I didn't know. I did
You
apologize.
can
as soon
try
as,
and
as soon as,
justify it all
as
you
soon
want.
as I heard,
Trying.
as soon as I heard that,
There's no
as soon
justification.
as I heard that, I did instantly. Why the fuck was she back at school the next week? That's all I'm gonna say. But I did apologize. To be fair, she didn't ever accept it, and still hasn't. And fuck you. But yeah, Jesus Christ. Go on for David though. I don't think.
Oh, fucking David, the
in
arsehole.
science,
fucking
talking
instigator.
about sneaky people that just get away.
He's a
with
fucking
it.
instigator. He was always an instigator.
Yeah.
Always.
He's,
Instigator.
David's
The
the
thing
type
is,
of guy who always
He would
pleads
instigate
innocence
it and instigate it and instigate it, and then as soon as it happened, he'd be like, "Oh, I'm the fucking victim."
Yeah, oh, but
I'm the
and
victim
He still
here.
does it. He just basically gets out of any
Yeah.
problem possible, and he just basically he's one of these people that parents and teachers believe because he's so honest.
Because
he's such a good guy.
He used to like do work in his community and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah,
And he was
yeah.
always kind of well known and well
Good,
liked.
smart kid. Always,
Good,
always gets
good,
good
smart
grades.
kids, knows where he's going, knows
But
what
he's
he's
a
doing.
fucking
He's a
treacherous
fucking
bastard.
instigator, man. I'm
I
telling you.
actually think he's at least just as bad as me. I think he's worse because people
I think
don't.
he's worse than
people
you.
don't believe me.
Yeah,
when
because
I
they
plead
know
innocence,
you.
'cause they know me.
You at least
I'm honest
act
about
who
it.
you are.
Yeah, yeah, but he's.
He'll
super
fucking he
sneaky.
acts behind the mask.
Yeah, he
man.
does.
But
The inner
fucking
workings.
science,
What you-
little dick.
Yeah,
Like,
I did,
yeah, he
yeah,
had
yeah.
the wee
Scoosher things. What are they called?
pipettes.
Is that
I think
it?
it was the wee
Oh,
pipettes
I
for
know what
like
you're
you
talking
soak
about.
up the liquid and drop
yeah,
them
just
in
like
and
little
shit.
droppers. I remember.
Aye,
yeah, droppers.
droppers.
Yeah.
And basically, I think it was Mr.
Carol.
Carroll. We had
favourite
him,
teacher.
and he was fucking awesome, man. I loved him.
4 years I had him, and then I left.
I had a
school and
really
didn't have
interesting conversation with him, and it went along the lines of how much weight you lose taking a shit.
him.
That took up like 20 minutes, and it was
He's an
great.
incredible guy.
Yeah. Just for record, I think his biggest weight loss was like 4 or 5 pounds from taking a shit.
That's insane.
That's unhealthy.
That's insane.
But I digest.
Digress.
No, digest. I digest on this. I digest on
Oh,
this
that
because it
wordplay.
fuels my fucking hatred.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we're using these wee pipettes, and Mr. Keller had one of them now. Don't squish them at each other because they've had acid in them before. Okay, so you can't guarantee that it's not always clean, blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah.
yeah, fuck yeah.
But there was water in it because we'd just washed them, so there's just a bit of water. So I just kind of squished it a wee bit up in front of myself just to make sure there was no water in it when I was going to try and take my own
Don't wanna
liquid
mix
out
the
of the
chemicals.
flask and shit.
of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
So, next thing you know, here's David next to me, holding his ear and screaming blue murder and fucking, there's acid in my ear!
Proper
Screaming,
acted
next
up,
thing you know, I
fucking-
fucking see the death glare from Mr. Carroll,
Mr.
fucking big finger pointing at me. I'm just standing there going, it's just water. I didn't even squish him.
I didn't.
You didn't even fucking
It
squish him.
didn't hit him.
And
I
all he's
guarantee
doing
it did
is
not hit him.
every time you try and talk and say I didn't do it, David just
would
got
go
louder
louder.
and louder, screaming and shouting. Fucking puts his head under the tap and it's pure washing out his ear and
he's a
shit. I was
fucking
like,
arsehole.
it was fucking water,
It was-
and it didn't even hit you. I squished it in front of myself.
And you used to get these things. If you were bad, you would get a little slit of paper.
Oh, you get an
called
R1.
Oh no, they're achievements.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
achievements.
They're-
It's
they're
not something like
achievements.
If you
that.
were a bit worse than that, you get an R2.
But you don't get an R2 for that.
I did. I
got
got an R2 for
the
squirting acid at another pupil.
Can I
worst
just say
thing you can
R2
get.
are actually difficult to get. You
Yeah,
have to,
I
you have
never-
to properly.
I
You
never-
have to
I
really,
never
really
achieved that.
go outside the boundaries.
I got
Yes.
hundreds of R1s and never got an R2.
Oh,
Never
I
went that far.
didn't get any
I
R1s
only got one.
until I got an R2.
I only got
Yeah.
one or two.
Unbelievable.
That's always accompanied by a punishment exercise.
I didn't.
And it was a case, he'd previously said, if anyone does squish acid at someone else, you'll get an R2.
Yeah, and you go.
That's why David did it. He's a fucking instigating
know.
bastard.
Fucking and I bet today he'd still deny it.
Oh, he'd still
We'll get
fucking
him on
deny it.
to
He'll say,
deny
oh
it.
no, you squished acid in my
He will
ear. It
deny
was
it.
fucking water and you know it. And
Right.
it didn't even touch you. It was squished in front of myself.
We've got
Yeah,
enough
fucking
stories that
instigator.
we could actually do another one of these. So I think instead of trying to force out in the next 2 minutes, we'll jump through to if you know if this is
I'm
going to take a long
thinking-
time, maybe just leave it for the next one.
I'm going to leave for the next one because
Yeah.
I think this could be a lot of material.
I'll quickly just say one last thing then on the what do you call it on the school sort of theme. There was this corridor that the
Just before you begin, this corridor is something different for me. But go on.
not so
It changed.
like smart kids would sort of hang out I don't want to say it too horrible.
Dude, there's veins popping out your head with the concentration.
Yeah, there's like the kids that weren't
All there.
and
I'm
a bit
sure you
smellier,
can't even say that.
bit stronger, bit less going on.
Less
Basically,
socially inclined.
Omar used to like hide my. Omar used to hide my bag, and I used to hide his bag before classes
dude.
and stuff. And we would hide it in like fields and stuff, and it would just be ridiculous. But this one time, I'm just going to skip through this bit. Basically,
kept
Omar
this
went
one,
to
I would've-
this corridor, and he threw the bag down the corridor, and one of these children.
That's how I got Mar too.
It was like
It's
being
so
a fucking.
stupid.
It was like a zombie apocalypse because he threw it down, and honestly, it may as well have been a human getting eaten by zombies. They opened my bag up, right, and I'm not joking. One of them took out my jar and licked it, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" And then I'm not even taking the piss. They would take my books out and rub it on their armpits and stuff, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on here? Why is this a thing?"
Oh no.
I mean, we're going to run over just a little bit, but fuck it. One of these people that did this had a younger sibling that went to the same primary school as Fraz.
Oh,
and
dude. You really want me to tell that?
I want you to tell that. So this is the
cry
type
out
of people we're
loud.
talking about.
Right. Okay. So. Okay. I'll make it
The
quick.
final thought.
I'll make it
final
quick.
thought.
So, me and in primary school, we used to play. We used to play Cops and Robbers, and we also play a game called Helpy. I'll explain them another day. And we're playing a game called Helpy, which is it's basically tag, one person's head. So say if I tug Dylan, me and Dylan would have to try and catch everyone else, and it just keep going. So if you tug that, so we're doing this, and there was this one child pretending to be a dog. Right, and she was a lot younger than us, so we were like, right, okay, you do you,
And
you do. So then
Again, this is from basically the whole family.
oh, that sounds bad.
Was
But basically, so we were playing tag and whatnot, blah blah blah, and she was running around trying to be a dog. So we're like, okay. So she had, obviously everyone knows you throw a stick for the dog, but you shouldn't do that because obviously they've choked. But back then it's like you throw a stick for the dog, blah blah blah. But she came up to us with this stick in her mouth, and then we then noticed it was actually a piece of shite. And we're all just the game of Help It stopped.
Was it not white?
People.
It did not be one
No,
of those,
it wasn't
oh,
white.
God,
It was
a
just
dog shit
so-
in her mouth.
It was
She was chasing
people that were playing tag. That was gone. That was no longer the agenda here. We were no longer people that were hit and knocked out. They're standing side by side,
fucking
disgusted. And when she then she didn't. I don't even know if I think she even afterward she was like, oh, I think this is shit, but she didn't go oh shit and go wash up or anything. She decided to chase us.
Oh my God, with
Oh.
shit in her
Now,
mouth.
this is like
Shit in her mouth.
this is like being at a mega laser zone, right? And then it's no longer mega laser zone. This is combat. This is what
fucking
Help You turned
hell.
into. It turned into a physically you run because someone's got shit on their face.
Oh, that's fucking disgusting.
My
Yes.
God.
Oh,
I wish that was made
Jesus
up.
Christ.
I thought my primary school games were bad. We used to just run about and steal people's shoes.
That's annoying.
Which you
Yeah, I
chase
grew
each
up
other with
becoming
shit in
old,
your mouth?
man. That was just the norm.
You
You
know
stole
what?
people's shoes and then beat them up with them and shit just for the giggles.
I don't know. Maybe not next week. It depends on the reaction to this podcast, but we will definitely come back, and we have many more school stories that we want to
Yes.
get into. I think the big fucking horrendous one. I finally got that. I've loved retelling that story, as shameful as it makes me feel. But
I'm really sorry. Oh, but I love telling the story.
this has been Three Guys Podcast. I'm Dylan,
I'm Fraz.
I'm Andrew.
and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks, guys. Peace.